And we're live.
Oh,
There
we
we
are
go.
live. How you
Boom,
doing, man?
boom. Good, yourself?
Did you enjoy the losing of hours of sleep today?
Yeah. Why don't we talk about that? Yeah, we were talking about stuff we should talk about on the show. That'd be a good topic.
Yeah, I don't know, man. How are you feeling today? Were you a little tired? Does it even bother you because you just sleep anyways? Like, do you know what I mean? When you wake up, you wake up.
I felt fine today. Tomorrow I may feel a little bit different. I'm lucky because my work is a little bit I've been privileged enough to work, not privileged. I work shift work. So if how do I say it? When
When time
when the
changes
time
like that,
changes, I'm changing my schedule anyway. So it's rather than changing it by 8 hours, I change it by 9 or
doesn't
7.
affect you. Look at that.
Yeah,
You just adapt and overcome out there. Not
exactly.
too bad. Not
Exactly.
too bad
How
at
about
all.
how about yourself, man? How did it affect you?
I just napped. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I didn't really do much this weekend, so I didn't. To me, today was my day off. I just napped.
What about when you go back to work though? You got to go in an hour earlier.
I'm usually there an hour earlier anyway, so it doesn't really
So you got to
matter.
go in an extra hour
Hour
earlier.
earlier. Oh, that's it. Oh, that should be fun. Well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when next time we talk. Tell you if it affects me or not.
There we go.
That's
all we got to say about daylight savings. I think it should be abolished.
Oh, I was about to say that too. Is this our last one?
I believe. I don't think it will be. I know that there was a story that we talked about in the spring. That no, was it the spring? It was the winter, the fall, actually. That they were talking about getting rid of daylight savings in Ontario, but they had to get Quebec and New York to agree to it, and so far they have not.
What? How does it affect us that we need to get New York's permission?
Well, New York is. I get it. New York is there's a lot of money that comes out of New York. We got to do business with New York. We want to continue to do business with New York, right? We don't want to stop that. And if it affects them,
I guess maybe Wall Street might be affected, but
yeah. So we don't want to, I don't know, be an hour off. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's stupid. It's an hour. Fuck. Just do it. Just do it, and all the people in New York will be like, that's a smart idea. Let's do that next time around.
Well, they got to be smart. We're Canadian, so they got to allow us that, right?
Yeah.
And Quebec, who cares about Quebec?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't disagree with that.
I don't care about Quebec. I don't really care. That's what's going to get us canceled is I don't like Quebec. The guy with the
name Jean-Marc might be the guy that cares about Quebec.
No, man, I don't give a shit about Quebec.
Tu parles français?
It's Parlez-vous the frog. Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, I do Parlez-vous is a little bit of a language of love, but we'll get into that later on in the show, I am sure.
Sure. So we're in agreement. Fuck daylight savings. We should get rid of it. It serves no purpose. Like, what is the purpose of daylight savings, honestly?
Fucking up with my clock and making some poor 19-year-old kid late for work.
Mm-hmm.
Or early. Like, that's it, man.
I've heard two different theories. One is that the farmers want to get up earlier to see the sun. I don't know. They want the sun up. To me, if you're a farmer, you get up when the sun's up. You don't need an alarm clock to tell you when to get up, right?
What, the farmers get soft all of a sudden?
I don't know,
I thought they were the hardest working people in Canada, the farmers.
But if their alarm says they had to sleep in for another hour, even though the sun is up, they don't they
don't sleep. They go.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's the one theory. Fuck. The other one is that daylight savings saves candles. It saves candles. That back when they lit the world by candles, that if they off-shifted by an hour, we would use less candles. I don't know how, because you're either using candles or electricity at work, or you're using candles or electricity at your home. Right?
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. Like, let's just cancel this.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement. Fuck you. Fuck time travel or time saving. Whatever this stupid thing is called, we're done with it. Let's just keep it all at the same time.
I'm going to say one more caveat is if it went the other way, I don't think I would agree with it. I think it's silly. But if it went the other way, it might make a little bit more sense. Because for us in November, when the time change happens, is it October or November? In the fall, when the time change happens, it's October, I believe. But the sun is going down at 5 o'clock. And then we move it back an hour and it goes down at 4 o'clock, so that if you work 8 to 4, you just don't see the sun. You go in and it's dark, and you get off work, and because of the time change, it's dark for an extra hour after work.
And we live we're in the north part of the world, so I mean, we need as much sunlight as we can.
Yeah, and then here, like this time of year, it's kind of nice because the sun is getting up. We're getting more sun after work and more sun after work, and then it's like, here's an extra hour of sun after work, and it's like, wow, like it's a lot. It's going down at like 7 instead of 6, and by the end of the summer, it'll be going down at 10 p.m. instead of fucking 9 p.m.
Instead of messing with everybody, let's just keep it all one level.
Yeah,
and just plow right through.
Yeah, and if we were gonna do it the other way. The other way makes more sense.
Flip it, you're saying. You're saying flip it.
I'm not even saying flip it, but I'm saying if I was going to go with one way, I'd say flip it.
Okay, flip it. Yeah, it was the winter time. We want that extra hour.
Yeah, right? Well, why would we want the sun to go down at 4 o'clock? Like, to me, average it out. Make it so that it's when the sun goes down earlier, make it fucking later. Make the daylight, like the clock later or whatever. Like,
make it clean. Yeah, I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. Why don't we just leave it alone? Let's just pick a time. Too. Because then I wouldn't get fucking frustrated by remembering my fucking microwave, my coffee maker, my fucking the two in my car. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
That's the thing, is all the stuff that's analog in this house, or that doesn't have an internet connection, is got to be set to my phone's clock. And you're walking around at like 4 a.m. and you're going, what the fuck? This says it's 4, and that says it's 3, and this says, all your.
Oh, if you were up last night at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And you walked up.
You walked to bed. Or your
if you walked to bed, and I sat with you last night, that explains a lot. It was about 1:45, bathroom, going up to bed. I got to bed, it was 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I had a few. I'm like, oh, wow, man, what did I do? It took me an hour to get to bed.
Yeah.
And then I realized,
it took me an hour to rock a piss and get back to the bathroom.
That's it. I'm like, what the fuck? My wife's going to yell at me tomorrow. I guarantee I broke something. Something's broke. I'm just a mess. No, just leave it the same.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is that?
Yeah. Leave it the same, or like I said, the other way would make sense too, is where the sun almost goes down at it goes down at almost the exact same time if we flipped it the other way around. But I don't think that's a possibility.
I don't think it's going to happen either, man. Because you know what? We're just a couple of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Tractor head.
Trev Poulin says, I hate daylight savings time. Don't we all? We all do. You know that it actually causes people to have heart attacks, this getting up early. They see a spike in heart attacks and strokes and like deaths. People are not paying attention as much when they're driving to work, stuff like that.
But why the fuck are we doing it?
Because people it's a tradition. It really is. It's just a tradition. I know we don't call it a tradition, but it is a tradition that people just do. They don't know why, but it's just something that's always been done. We just got to keep doing it. It's a stupid tradition that nobody understands. Nobody can everybody thinks they know, but nobody really knows why we do it. And there's no benefit. There's zero benefit.
Here's the deal, man. You take a gun and you shoot one person, they want to ban guns. You're telling me people are dying of heart attacks and car accidents during these times because they spike and they're not paying attention? Means get rid of it. Make it safer for everybody.
Exactly. And give me more daylight in the fucking winter.
Oh, that's all we can ask for.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. just to see. Actually, it's more like 7 a.m. just to see the sun or whatever. 8 a.m. to see the sun.
Yeah, you know what, man? At this point, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get rid of it. Like, it's just, at this point, for me, it's an inconvenience.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, I got to fucking do this stuff. And then I'm like, okay. And then you look at the 1 clock, and then you thought you got everyone in the house. And then you look at the 1 clock, and you're like, fuck. I got time. And you're like, son of a bitch, I didn't change that one.
Yeah.
Like, it's a grand new clock.
Now I'm an hour late.
Exactly. What the fuck are you going to do about it?
Yeah, exactly.
We literally should have started the show at 8 o'clock today just to kind of say, hey, we're sorry, we've got 7 o'clock back.
That would have been bad. I don't think our audience would have appreciated that.
I think they would have got the trolliness of that joke.
You know that South Park did an episode where they were going to reveal who Cartman's mom was. And it might have even been the season finale, but they built up this whole thing and they were going to reveal who Cartman's mom was. And everybody was excited. They had all this speculation on the internet. The internet was not quite what it is today, but people were stoked and they were excited. And the audience tuned in and the entire episode was just Terrence and Phillip. And they did it to troll their audience. And their audience was like, fuck fuck this show. I'm never watching it again. And everybody stopped watching South Park after that.
No, really?
Well, for a little while, but then the show was so good, everybody eventually, of course, came back. But at the time, it was like what sparked a huge bunch of Matt Stone and Trey Parker both said, we're not doing that again. That was a big mistake. We thought
that was
really
fucking
funny,
awesome. That would be awesome.
They thought it was really funny, but at the time they realized, okay, that's not, you don't troll your audience. You got to be nice to your audience. So
it's true. Yeah, you gotta kind of show them a little love. Don't give them all the love. Just show them a little bit of love.
Treat them with respect. When you tell them you're going to do something, you got to do it. Don't tell them you're going to.
Hey, I agree with you 100%, man.
Yeah, don't tell them you're going to make this big reveal and then just go out of your way to fuck them out of it. So what do we go on? What do you got today? We got.
What do we got? Get more cancel culture. It sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Back on the subject of South Park, the name of this show is Cartoon Wars in honor of South Park. One of my favorite episodes.
Perfect. That is great to me, my friend. Yeah. What do we got today? We got a lot of animals to talk about. It seems today.
Yeah. Pepe Le Pew.
Got a skunk, a pig, a frog.
Yeah. We got Miss Piggy. We got Burger King.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to touch that one. Well, we will. I mean, let's jump into Burger King. Let's jump in. Let's go Burger King. What do you got for me on Burger King, my friend?
Well, it's pretty simple. Burger King tweeted out, "Women belong in the kitchen." How do you feel about that?
You know what, man? You know, there are certain times in my life where I'm kind of speechless.
Okay.
This is kind of one of them.
Okay, because Burger King's saying women belong in the kitchen.
I cooked dinner tonight, so I don't know. It could be. What did Wendy's reply to that one?
I don't know. You tell me. I haven't seen all the replies.
Oh, you haven't seen all the replies? Like, guys, they're troll accounts. Burger King.
No, it's the real account.
No, it's the real account, but they're trolls. Like Wendy's is the best on. If you have something to do, follow Wendy's on Twitter. They do great. They do great things. Burger King,
they troll. They all troll. That's what it is. Is back in the day, the Twitter accounts would, social media accounts would be pleasant and nice and whatever. Now it's like, Burger King told me to go fuck myself. Aren't they awesome?
Now here's the thing. Now, as we're gonna do this whole show, if your name is a Burger and King, so it has a male pronoun to it, do not say anything against women. Okay. I guarantee that they're going to get canceled now.
Well, no, but do you know the PS to this story? Do you know the whole story?
No, tell me more.
You don't know the rest. Oh, so then they go. The next tweet, like an hour later, is if they want to, of course, right? Women belong in the kitchen if they want to, of course. And then they go on to explain that the reason they tweeted that is because men are disproportionately able to get jobs as chefs in the cooking industry. So they're starting to build a scholarship exclusively for women to get scholarships as a chef. So they're helping women. That's why they say women belong in the kitchen.
Whew. There are easier ways to get this shit through than that and then wait an hour.
Yeah.
Like the PR guy probably was getting punched in the face by the CEO of... Did you imagine if you owned stock in Burger King and the tweet came out, women belong in the kitchen? Just watch it drop.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, don't you think it's kind of a smart move? Is they got everybody outraged and they go, psych, we're saying it because we're going to give something to women and you guys bit our fucking hook and we're fucking trolling you and we're actually giving a scholarship to women.
That works 20 years ago, not now.
Why?
Dude, we're in a cancel culture. your career's over.
I think Burger King is, they enjoy it. They're stirring the pot. I like it. I like that they like to toy with a little bit of danger. They put it out there and they get everybody mad. And they go, I was fucking with you. We're giving a scholarship to women. You got mad about us giving a scholarship to women? What's wrong with you? Maybe we should cancel you.
Exactly. The old reverse.
Yeah.
You know what? I get behind a Burger King reverse.
Yeah.
I really honestly can.
I say we go get some Burger King right now.
I'm in for a Whopper this week. I actually had one Wendy's on Wednesday, I think. Whopper Wednesday. Yeah, so I mean, I'll go Burger King again. Yeah. It doesn't offend me. I don't give a shit. But like, we got to watch out that we don't upset a bunch of females.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. Are the females going to be upset? And then they go, oh, wait. Oh, you're saying, oh, you're helping women. Oh, never mind.
You know what? You can't do that. Why? Because we're independent. We don't need a man's help. We don't need Burger King's help. Dude, they will switch everything around just to fuck with us.
That's true. That is true. They will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to give poor women money.
So what? The message of today's show is John Mark believes women are unreasonable.
This coming from a white male from last week's show.
Are we going to get into privilege? You want to talk about privilege?
Oh, you want to talk about privilege? Did you see what
I tagged in on the...
Yeah, I did. I see it. What do you want me to do? I'm not saying... I'm just saying that I didn't see a lot of privilege myself.
I think you did. You just don't realize it. That's the thing. That's the thing about people who will tell you...
That's the beauty of privilege, right? I don't know. I haven't.
And that's exactly it. And that's what... people who are in a position where they don't have privilege, all they've been asking over these last few years is for those of us that have it to just recognize that even if we fuck up our own lives and we never become millionaires and we never whatever, just existing the way we exist, we automatically have a little bit extra privilege than other people. We don't experience racism. We don't experience sexism, things like this.
I don't care.
You don't care, but you should. That's what they're saying. They're saying you should care.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I don't care what color your skin is, as long as we're all contributing to a common goal. A good common goal.
Sure.
But you know what? Like that fucking asshole from Willy Wonka, Grandpa Joe, that fucker's got white privilege all over him.
Yeah.
Fuck Grandpa Joe. But no, but like, I see, maybe I do have privilege where like, maybe I was battling with a person of color. They're like, take the white guy. You know, I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen it, but I know it's there. I wasn't trying to be like, oh, I never had privilege. Of course I did.
Yeah,
I know.
That's all they're asking people to recognize. And there's a saying where people say, like 20 years ago, saying I don't see color was a good thing. Today, if you don't see color, you should recognize that. I do see color. This person maybe has less advantages than I do because of something that's outside of their control. When they put in a resume, if they put in a resume and it's got my name and we put in a resume with an ethnic sounding name, even though it wouldn't affect my decision, other people who are choosing between me and that other person may not choose that person because of their name. That's it.
Well, here's the thing. I couldn't get a job down here when I left North Bay.
Okay.
I put my full name and it's French.
Yeah.
And I sent it down. I couldn't get an interview to save my life.
There you go.
So it's like I am working with Service Canada. I'm working with all these people, and I'm like, I just want a job. I don't care how much it is. Like at this point, Tim Hortons isn't even calling me back.
There you go.
They're like, how do we fix it? I got rid of my name. I put JM. That's it. The minute I did that, I got 5 for 5 on the resume. Same resume, change the name.
There you go. Well, there you go. That's all we're saying. And
yeah, I know. I agree with you 100%.
And a situation like that just goes to prove that privilege exists even in today's world.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. And I agree with you 100%. But this coming from a white male that women belong in the kitchen, I don't know if that's the proper head titles that I would go with if I were you. I'm just saying, man. Like, there we go. So 20 years ago, we weren't allowed to see color. Now we have to see color. Is that kind of where I'm getting?
That's the way a lot of people have been seeing is 20 years ago, if you said that, I don't see color, you were sort of seen as progressive. Today, if you say I don't see color, it's like, well, maybe you should. Maybe you should recognize that this person has more struggles than someone like me has to go through. And maybe you should go out of your way to show yourself as an ally to this person and things like that. Recognize that they may have inherently had a harder time than you for no reason other than the color of their skin or the name that they have or the sex that they happen to have been born as.
Correct, man. Well, I'll give that to you.
Yeah,
I will give that to you. And I'm with you. I just thought that, it's getting a little bit crazy out there. That's all.
It absolutely is.
You tell me every week what I'm supposed to do. If I got to see color this week, I'll see color. If I'm not supposed to see color, I won't see color.
Well, I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm learning. We're all learning. That's the thing. That's the thing about today, and that's the thing about the internet is once the internet made the world a smaller place. We all started to see things from other people's perspectives.
But to me, it seems that the internet has brought us, you say, a smaller world, but we're farther apart for most part. Like,
why do you say that?
You don't interact with people like our age. Our age is fine. Like our age, like closer to lower end of 30, right? 31, 32. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
That's it. Anyways.
Why do you want to pretend to be young? Whatever.
Whatever, man. Just give me mid-30s. Actually, it is kind of
I'm very comfortable with my age, but whatever.
Nobody else is. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But like the kids now don't talk to each other. Okay. So like when I have a demographic of like 18 to 25, what my wheelhouse with my staff, they're always on their phones, but they're not talking. Does that make sense? Like they can't talk.
They don't interact with each other.
They don't interact with each other. No, they're all friends. They're all friends, but like
I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I have a hard time believing that because when I was a kid, that's what the older generation said about me with video games. Is, you play those video games, you're never going to learn to socialize with people. And they said that about my whole generation. They didn't realize that I was out socializing too while I wasn't playing video games.
Well, dude,
And they said the same thing about baby boomers in TV. You watch that TV all day, you're never going to learn to interact with people. And they fucking interacted with people just as much. I don't know, man. I think people always look at the generation after theirs and they go, they're doing something wrong.
No, even the kids agree when I ask them things like, do you guys like go out for dinners or like, like, hey, let's go get a bite to eat? They're like, no, not really. No, not really. And I'm like, oh, how does like a guy ask you out? Well, I usually just ask for like your Snap or like follows you on Insta. And then if you follow me, DM me right away. That's about it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it is a different world out there dating these days. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't know about like Tinder and Bumbles and Grinders and all that stuff. I have no idea on how that works, but that's a different topic for a different day, I think.
Yeah, well, it's funny that I know people who are back in the dating world and they're like, I'm not going to use Tinder and all that. I'm just going to go out and meet women. And I'm like, that's not going to work, man. You gotta be on fun. Yeah, you got to be on Tinder if you're going to meet women. Like,
Tinder. Or Grindr, man. I'm not against anybody. Whatever you love. Don't come at me, bros.
Yeah, absolutely. So what else do we got? Where do you want to go from here?
Adam, speaking of love and Tinder.
Okay. Dating. We're going to get into dating.
Let's get into dating, shall we?
Sure.
Adam, have you ever been pursued by a woman?
I have, yes.
It's kind of weird when it first happens, isn't it? Like the woman says, like, I want to spend time with you. I'm okay with it too, but like, it's okay. Like, but how far is a woman allowed to go before it's considered too pushy?
Wait a second. I think we should maybe start with the other story.
Okay, Adam, have you ever pursued a woman yourself?
We got to do the other one before we get to this one. Because the other one's a reaction to this one.
Oh, okay. So let me just.
Have you ever pursued a woman?
I have. Have you ever pursued a woman?
I have.
Now, has this woman ever said no?
Yeah, you move on. You leave me alone.
You move on, right? Like, fair enough. You move on.
You got a boyfriend. You know, whatever.
Well, I mean,
that's the only reason a woman would ever say no to me. That's the only one I know. Even then, it's like, no, for now, but when he's gone.
Don't worry. It's not a real diamond. Oh, that's great, honey.
No. So Pepe Le Pew.
This is horrible against French people.
Oh, you're going the French angle. Why the French angle?
Why not the French angle?
So Pepe Le Pew is not being canceled because he's French. Pepe Le Pew is being canceled because he is too pushy with women.
It's so true, though.
It is. I don't know how it hasn't happened years ago. He's essentially just forcing himself on this woman that clearly doesn't want anything to do with him.
But he's like, this is how I pictured it. Maybe I pictured it wrong. Okay. He was never in the United States. It was in Europe. Like, wasn't he like on like?
It's been a while since I've watched.
Wasn't he like he was in Vienna and like he was like, oh, and she gets all painted white, La Meow or whatever.
The last time I watched Looney Tunes, I was fucking 6. I don't know. Was he in Vienna or was he in the States? I didn't pay attention to that when I was
The reason why is because I always see like, I always thought Europeans were like a loving person, like they pushed themselves a little bit. Like the poor bastard, every time he went to grab her, like he would just get this shit kicked out of him.
Yeah,
like he'd fall off
as he should.
He'd fall off the top of something, or do this or do that. Like
as he should. He's forcing himself on a woman that doesn't want anything to do with him. That makes it clear that she doesn't want anything to do with him.
Could we not send him to sex rehab?
Sure. He should get some sort of counseling.
Can we not give him something? Can we not? Yeah. Can we not like have a campaign?
But in that moment, when he's doing this violation at that time, I think she has every right to do whatever act of violence she chooses to do in this cartoon that we're actually talking about like it's real life. Oh my God.
She actually is doing it though.
Yeah.
Like she like pushes him off, hold on to the anvil, or switching the stick of dynamite, or she's amazing.
So I've got a caveat here. There's an interesting layer of depth to this story that perhaps you may not be aware of. I don't know if you actually read all the articles or did you just see the headline? Let me ask you that. You did a little bit?
I'm a headline guy. Come on now.
Okay. So if you read the article, it's Pepe Le Pew is finally being canceled, which a lot of people, finally, that makes a lot of sense. But what he's being canceled from is Space Jam 2, which is coming out this July, Space Jam 2, A New Legacy. And in Space Jam 2, and this is why some people are saying maybe it shouldn't be canceled. His scene has been removed. He's in a scene with a woman named Grace Santo. She plays a waitress. Pepe starts grabbing her arm, kissing her, and putting the moves on her. She does exactly like you said. Slams his face into a chair, slaps him, throws a drink in his face, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And then fucking LeBron pulls him aside and says, hey, Pepe, you have to get a woman's fucking consent before you pull this shit.
Okay, hey, I'm not going to watch Space Jam because it's the flop. Okay. There's no chance.
That's neither here nor there. But do you think this scene would make a good message for people?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what?
Here's what
you fucking do. Okay, LeBron, I hope you're listening. You make that scene happen. Then you tell him that it's not okay and you've been cut from the team.
There you go.
And then you kind of send him off. You cab him. You just put him in a cab.
You're saying we need to Me Too. We need some Me Too in fucking
Dude, how awesome would that be?
That would be awesome.
Oh, Shouty, yeah. And they're like, no, you need to get consent. You stink anyways, you're done.
The other thing is they're looking for, what's this? Whatever the cat's name. I don't remember her name, but I had it in my notes. They're looking for the cat, and Pepe goes, I know where she is, but I can't... she's got a restraining order against me. So they acknowledge that he's got a restraining order, that they teach the kids of this generation the consequences of misbehaving, and they make it clear that you're not allowed to act like this, and they punish this guy. So that means maybe they shouldn't cancel this scene and Pepe Le Pew. That's the only argument I can see.
They should keep it.
Yeah.
To me, they should keep it. I don't know. Why not?
Suddenly, when I first read the headline, I go, "Oh, good! They're canceling that."
No, but like that's what I said, like
rapey
Frenchman, that rapey Frenchman.
Yes, exactly. And then you read the article, and they go, "Oh, whoa, hold on! That actually, I'd like to see that in the movie. That'd be good. It sends a good message, not a bad message."
Okay, we're canceling a fucking cartoon.
We're canceling a cartoon.
A fucking cartoon.
Yeah, but it's not the cartoon. It's the message that the cartoon sends that's important.
Then why are we not?
We can't invalidate it just because it's a cartoon.
Why are we canceling the person who drew them? Why aren't we canceling the show that it ran on so many fucking times?
So you're saying we should cancel Mel Blanc? Is it Mel Blanc is the person that wrote
Mel Brooks? No, that's not Mel Brooks.
No, not Mel Brooks. Mel Blanc. Mel, whatever, fuck.
We're talking about get rid of them. Boom, Looney Tunes. Gonzo.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think we're going to get rid of all of Looney Tunes, but Pepe Le Pew, I think people are going to think twice before they include him in any episode of any cartoon ever again.
Fuck, maybe we could sign him.
That would be great. Oh, could you imagine how great our show would be? This is one of the reasons why I'd like to have more people on this show, because we could have someone like Pepe Le Pew who comes on and we tell a story about Me Too, and he goes, "Oh, I think the man is in the right." We go, "What the fuck is wrong with you, Pepe?"
Don't come at me, friend. I tell you right now, I see a beautiful woman. I just want to kiss her up.
It'd be great, and then you and I both get to agree on something and tear that guy a new asshole on every show.
Wow. And he's a skunk, so you know the whole place is just gonna reek.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Oh man, that'd be fucking sick.
All right, so what's going on with Miss Piggy?
Well, you know what, man? I'm fucking done.
You're done?
Miss Piggy, my favorite bacon, if you would. My favorite breakfast.
Okay.
She just rapey towards Kermit. She's very aggressive towards a green frog. Now, I always took it as a sign of love. I thought they were married. Am I crazy? I thought they were married.
They have been married. I think they've been married and split up. They've got an on-again, off-again relationship.
Okay. But like Miss Piggy hasn't cheated on him, been kind of going around.
I watched them up. It's like I said, when I was 6, I know that they got married. I've seen them get married, and then I've seen them split up and whatever.
They're just rapey, so they want to cancel Miss Piggy. Because if you're going for one, you might as well go for another.
Well, and that's the thing is this is a response to the Pepe Le Pew story that we just covered. Is Pepe Le Pew has been canceled, and people go, whoa. Well, if it's bad for Pepe, isn't it just as bad for the woman who's doing that to Kermit? She's forcing herself on Kermit. No,
to me, it's not.
Why is it not?
I don't know. To me, it's just things you kind of laugh about.
Well, like, when I watch it, Kermit looks pretty uncomfortable when Piggy is forcing herself on him.
He might not like pink people because he's a little green frog.
That you got to respect that though, right? You got to respect that he doesn't want you to fucking force yourself on him. Sorry, it doesn't matter what his reasons are. It's just he's not into you.
He's not into you. No, that's not a good enough reason.
That's not a good enough reason.
No.
That's not a good enough reason.
They said that I'm supposed to fall in love with a trans woman or trans man.
Nobody has said that. Nobody has said that. You're allowed to say I don't
fall in love with whoever you want. That's the way I look.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is nobody can tell you who you fall in love with. No one's going to say that you have to have sex with this person. That's no.
Okay, so what if they were made, if Miss Piggy was made to go against Pepe Le Pew?
Maybe they just bang each other.
No, but I love you. No, but the roles were switched. Like, I don't know. I don't care, I guess, about two puppets. I don't know. Even the cartoon was a push. Now, I could see Pepe being pushed, but it's Miss Piggy.
So what do you mean put them against each other? I don't understand.
Like they just took, female Pepe Le Pew and just turned it into a pig. I'm like, okay, you're just going to go after Kermit the whole time. That's all they did. Was they just
That is what
people are saying. I know, but
Miss Piggy is. Miss Piggy is the puppet version of Pepe Le Pew, only it's a woman.
But still, I don't care.
You don't care.
Like honestly, a female pushing on a male. Really, guys? We're at that point in our lives. We got to cry about this.
Well, if the guy doesn't like it, I get it. It's true. It's absolutely true. Is if Kermit doesn't like the woman forcing herself on him, he has every right to stop it. And maybe the fact that Miss Piggy has never had these consequences. There's no restraining order against Miss Piggy. Maybe there should be.
Wow, could you imagine that? How awesome. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go to court with Miss Piggy. So Miss Piggy and Pepe Le Pew are fired. They're free agents. Somebody's got to sign them.
That'd be great. Could you imagine that happened?
Can you imagine? They're like, all right, we'll make a trade.
Miss Piggy's doing an invasion angle on Looney Tunes this week. Hey, I did actually see an episode of Sesame Street where the Sesame Street and the Muppets, they did a crossover, and Kermit the Frog was the link between the two because he's on both shows.
Fuck, he's on both shows.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah, he was the link between the two shows. He's like, my friends are coming over to Sesame Street. I remember that as a kid. It was pretty cool.
Oh, and he's badass.
Yeah.
Animal, what's that? Is that the cocaine out of the drummer?
Yeah.
Animal? Is that,
Animals, yeah.
How has he not been canceled?
I don't know.
Excessive partying. I was going to die of a heart attack. That's 84.
That's my brother.
He doesn't do drugs.
But he's definitely a party animal that plays the drums and has a fucking crazy haircut. And
yeah, you know what? All right, Trev. I like that idea.
Trevor is the animal.
We're not going to cancel.
We're not canceling animal.
We're going to give him a pay raise.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but Miss Piggy, though, like, when does it end? I don't know. Where does it stop? You tell me where it stops, man.
I think that I don't know, man. I think that we're getting to an age where I don't know. I have a lot of different feelings about cancel culture because in some ways I get it. Maybe it is making the world a better place because we're showing kids that this is not appropriate. You can't have, you can't show a kid that they can force themselves on someone that doesn't like it and there's no consequences. But another part of me says, well, if somebody wants to make that cartoon, maybe they should have a right to.
Well, yeah, because you look at some of the other cartoons, should Quagmire not be canceled on Family Guy?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And maybe it's who the audience is, right? Maybe it's not appropriate for kids. But then it's like, okay, well, if they want to make that, you just don't let your kid watch it. You're free to. Nobody should force them not to make that. The market, as a one of my right wing tendencies is the market should dictate itself. It should control itself. If you make a product that is bad, it should not be viewed, and it will fail because of that. You don't need censorship to bring it down, is what I'm saying.
But then, if I'm playing Call of Duty, if I'm playing Warzone with the boys, and I get killed by a dog, I can hear a kid chirp me in my ear like a child.
Yeah.
How is that? Your mom wants to cancel Pepe Le Pew, but is letting you shoot me, you little motherfucker. And that's exactly how I sound. I'm usually a little louder.
And they're far more obscene than any of the adults that I hang out with.
Oh my God, the things they've done to my poor mother.
Yeah. It's funny how we try to coddle the younger generation, but then when we have to interact with them on video games, it's like, holy fuck, I need someone to censor you. I need protection against you.
Oh, fuck, I'm in tears over here. My poor mother, they make your mother this, your mother that. I'm like, listen, I'm in your mother's room right now. She's telling me to tell you to shut the hell up. They're like, oh, no, you're not. I'm like, go look.
Jean-Marc is using this as a chance to get back at all the people that badmouthed them on the internet.
Oh my God, I swear to God, if they were to put the real names on the internet, there'd be a lot of scared kids.
You'd go to their house and beat up all those 8-year-olds.
Like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Did you say this about the movie? Yeah. Just give them a good old 1-2.
I can't tell you how many times I'm doing paperwork with my newbies that I'm training at work, and I pull up a piece of paper that they filled out, and I go, did you write fuck Jay and Silent Bob? Fuck them in their stupid asses?
Oh, you're such an asshole.
The cool ones are like, a while ago, so? And the other ones, like the new kids that are there, they're like, the fuck are you talking? Who the hell are Jay and Silent Bob? What? I'm like, never mind. Don't get somebody else to train you.
Just throw them into the fucking chip bin and just send it off for recycling.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Here you go, pal. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're going to cancel both?
Cancel both? I don't know, man. We're canceling Miss Piggy and Pepe Le Pew. I think that...
Can we send them both to sex rehab and they meet?
Let me ask you this, okay? Let's say hypothetically we don't cancel Pepe Le Pew, but we rewrite him. What do you rewrite him as? Does he got anything other than being a rapey fucking force himself? Like, what is funny about Pepe Le Pew other than that?
No, you can still be the ladies, man. Just women say yes to him, and he takes them out for romantic dates. Hey, honey, you want to go out? And
but he's a skunk. He stinks. No ladies want a skunk that stinks.
Oh, so you're judging the man on the color of his skin as long as the odor he naturally produces. You are racist.
Say that one again.
So he's white, black.
That's not what we're talking about, because the cat is black.
That's true, but she's painted white, so she.
Yeah, so
she. You know what? That's a difference.
They look identical, so the look has nothing to do with it. But he smells like a skunk.
What's wrong with that?
It's disgusting. Nobody likes the smell of a skunk. Even skunks don't like the smell of the skunk. They use it as a weapon.
As a weapon to protect themselves. Because he's so nice and cuddly. Like, if you get this skunk bag pulled out, which apparently you can keep a skunk as a pet.
You can.
Listen. Turn him into, like, the women just want him. Make him buff. Make him like, I had to go to the gym. Like, I got kicked off the team. I focused on myself. Make him into the greatest person in the world.
I don't think there's a joke there. Where's the joke? The joke is that he's pursuing the woman. The woman doesn't want him. He continues. He has, despite the fact that he has no hope, he never stops. He never gives up hope. That's the joke.
So the joke is rape. Adam, rape is not the joke.
That is the joke.
You can't rape.
That is the joke. That is what the joke was, and that's why we're getting rid of it. And I'm saying, if you could salvage Pepe Le Pew, get rid of the rape, is there anything to salvage?
Maybe he goes after the pussycat, or goes after, maybe him and Sylvester hang out, and they go after Tweety. I have no fucking idea.
I think that you got to get rid of. You can't save any part of Pepe Le Pew. You got to throw them all out. Is what I'm saying.
Can we just kill him and just give him a little plaque somewhere?
Just kill him and then bring him back a few weeks later.
Not even bring him back. Just kill him.
Sure. I don't know if they'd let us kill characters for a children's cartoon, but I'm in favor.
All right, done. Okay, cool. We're writing now anyways, the world. So for us, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, we kill Pepe Le Pew. We cook Miss Piggy for breakfast the following morning. Done.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Bacon. I just love bacon, though. I really honestly do.
Bacon's good. I agree. I'm not against bacon.
Neither am I. What else you got for me, Slick?
Honestly, I have only got one more story left, and we're 40 minutes into it, which means we got 20 minutes left.
What's the next story?
The last story I have is Prince Harry and his wife speaking with Oprah. Have you seen this? This is what everybody's talking about. I don't care about the royal family. I don't give a fuck about them.
Let's take a moment of silence for Meghan's car crash that'll happen next week.
Oh.
All right.
I was with you when that happened. I remember.
I do, yes. Okay, so I think that joke just hit a wall.
Okay, let's stay on topic here. Come on. Let's
just say is she a princess that's going to die again? Because you got a Princess Di was in there. Okay.
You're reaching with that one. Come on. Okay. Okay, so let's get it back. So what happened on this interview? There's a lot of stuff that happened. It was a pretty long interview, I guess. But during the course of the interview, Meghan Markle said that a member of the royal family expressed that when they have a child, they were concerned about the color of the skin. They wanted to know how dark the kid would be, which is a terrible thing to say. We all know that, right?
How far back does this royal family go back?
I think it goes all the way back. I don't know, man.
I think are we like early 1800s, mid?
I think that they believe they go back to King Arthur. I heard that somewhere, but I don't know about all that.
Like King Arthur, Excalibur, Round Table, King Arthur?
I don't fucking know. That's what I've heard, but I don't believe any of that shit.
Listen. They still believe in incest.
Yeah, well, that's what a royal family used to do. Is they would only bang other royalty, which means you had to bang your family. So they're not into racial.
No, not at all. And that's what people need to understand. Like in America, very upsetting. Probably in the UK, like, yeah, fuck it, who cares? So you're not going to badmouth the Queen.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so we got to get into that. Later, Harry was asked, these were two separate interviews, and then they brought them back together. Meghan mentioned to Oprah that she was upset about being asked about concerns about how dark the baby would be. When Harry was asked by Oprah, can you tell us who that was? Harry said, absolutely not. I will not discuss that. That did happen. I didn't bring it up. I don't want to mention it. Later, after the interview, Harry pulled Oprah aside and said, I'm going to tell you two things. It wasn't Queen Elizabeth, and it wasn't her husband, Prince Philip. That's all we know. Now, to me, here's the thing. I get you want to say it's not the Queen of England. That's the first person you want to fucking say, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To me, the next person you want to say it wasn't is your fucking father. Right? I'm just saying, conspicuous by their absence is the next person in line in the throne and the guy's fucking father. He doesn't mention that. And he's like, oh, yeah, also Prince Philip that nobody really gives a fuck about and nobody cares about. The guy that's not really, he's kind of there, but not really. Queen Elizabeth is the queen, and he's, that guy didn't say anything either. What about your dad, man? I think we know who did it.
He's cut out of the will.
Yeah. You got any thoughts on that? Is my life?
I've been literally watching this shit. I've been reading the articles. I've been watching the videos of the outrage and things to that nature. Mm-hmm. People forget how fucked the royal family really is.
Okay, how fucked is the royal family?
Dude, they're the most fucked family. Like, there's like the Kardashians and there's the royal family. Like, there's no killing Diana was fucking just disgusting.
They didn't kill Diana. Come on.
Get
your conspiracy theories out of here.
Okay. I'm sorry. Diana hit a wall in her career, ended it. All right, we're good there.
Go on. What else do you have that's fucked up about this family?
The whole fucking thing. Like, go watch all like the Windsor Castle videos and all this stuff. Dude, they're all fucked. And here's the thing too. The Queen leaked it out that she said that she could kill Donald Trump in one of her castles, cut his head off, and nobody could do a single thing about it. Everybody cheered. They're like, yeah, he's got to go to the UK. Go meet the Queen. She's like, if I cut his head off, nobody can do anything. Now that she's willing to do that power with somebody else, big no-no.
Who is she willing to do that with?
Meghan Markle, like, if you watch that interview, they're afraid her and Diana are going to have the same fate.
What are you saying? I'm sorry, I don't follow what you're saying. Who and Diana? You're saying Meghan is going to have the same fate as Diana?
Correct.
She didn't kill she didn't kill Princess Diana.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Adam, 64 paparazzi go into a tunnel. Diana dies and nobody says shit.
People said shit. They didn't. The Queen didn't have her killed, man. Can't believe I'm talking conspiracy theories with you here. The Queen didn't have her killed. That's not what happened.
What happened?
It was a terrible accident, and I'm sure everybody is sorry that it happened, including the Queen.
Yeah. Love the Queen of England. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know, man. What do you want me to do? They're a racist family. That's what they are.
They are a racist family.
They're a racist family. They own a lot of land in the whole goddamn world.
Yeah. They don't do a whole lot. They don't contribute anything. I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know why people really even pay attention to them anymore. They're an outdated idea that should be obsolete by now, but,
Well, that's it.
Somebody said something racist. Now, let me ask you this. Who do you believe it could have been? You obviously know this royal family better than I do. So
his brother.
You think it was his brother? His brother said that?
I think his brother said that they're going to raise a big stink over the color of the baby if it doesn't come out white enough.
Ooh, that's an interesting.
I think it was his brother. And to be honest, I don't even know what kind of health Prince Charles is in. Well, the last time somebody's seen him.
I don't know, man. I don't follow the royal family.
No, but I'm just saying, usually a TMZ will come up once in a while or something. You go, oh yeah, okay, I'll click on that. But I think it was his brother.
You think it was his brother, and you don't think it was necessarily a racist thing. You think that
it wasn't a racist thing. It's just all I'm saying.
I mean, it is obviously a racist thing, but you think it was more like a concern about his own family's.
I love your wife, but fucking pray that fucking baby comes out ginge like you and not fucking on the other color of fucking brown toast over there.
Even that is pretty fucked up for him to say. That's pretty.
Dude, no, that's how they are. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones?
No.
Well, then I guess that doesn't fucking work.
I don't watch these dork shows like you.
Okay.
What do you watch? Fucking Harry Potter too?
Who?
Harry Potter.
I love
Lord of the fucking Rings. You like that shit? Oh fuck.
Love that shit.
Get out of your house. Get out of your house. I fuck bitches. So.
Oh, you. Yeah, that's it. I could probably pull Lord of the. Never mind. You know what, Adam? Here's the deal, man. The royal family will never understand because they make all the rules.
Okay.
We can't grasp it because we don't even know what they do. Do you know what I mean, though? their level of shit they can do is disgusting. They do anything they want on any of their land, and we can't do shit. Okay. They can literally have a public execution in their own property, and we can't do anything.
That's pretty fucked up.
Dude, the Queen pardons criminals. Whatever the Queen wants to do, the Queen fucking does.
I get it. It's a government. It is a government. It's a monarch.
It's a monarch.
It's an outdated idea for a government, but it does exist, and we do have a monarch that exists today. It's ridiculous. It is a government. I get it.
Yeah, I get it too, right? And like, I don't know, for us to be in Canada, I don't know how the fuck that works. She's not ours, but she is ours because we still have crown land, right? So like, it's her land.
We've been separated from them for quite a while now.
Yeah, but like we don't follow. Well, what am I looking for? The Commonwealth. Are we still in the British Commonwealth?
I don't know. We're not owned by the Queen, but we have a friendly relationship with them.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, I wish they would. I think that once the Queen dies, I think you're going to see a progressive, different way of looking at the royal family. I think the royal family will become, like you said, like we don't follow them, but I think it's going to be more like the royals are doing this. Like, so once everybody dies and Harry gets it or William, I think it's William, right? William gets it, then it's going to be completely different.
Shouldn't Charles get in? Do you think he'll ever get in?
I don't think so. I think he'll just bypass it.
Yeah.
Or he might take it for a day and then just say, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, the shittiest job. You imagine that, dude? Did you imagine working for a place, and I've done it before, where they're like, you're the next in line. You're like, all right, I'm the next in line.
And the guy never retires.
The fucking bitch works for fucking 110 years? Like, oh, motherfucker. Yeah. I wasted my whole life
waiting for you to retire, yeah. And the worst part is it's his fucking mom.
Fucking push her into the fucking wood chipper. That's all she did.
She never wants to retire. She's going to die fucking queen. She should have retired in the fucking 70s.
Fuck, she should have fucking retired back in the 40s after World War II. But like, she's a tough woman, man. I don't know if I'd fuck with her. I don't know. I do not know if I would fuck with her. Yeah, because I think she's crazy.
Is she crazy? Yeah.
She's gotta be. I mean, I don't know. That bitch has seen a lot of stuff. Woman. My apologies to the Queen, obviously. But I don't know, man. Like, there's nothing. What can we do? We just have to say yay or nay. Like, yeah, I don't like it, but it's the royal family.
Yeah, I agree. We don't have any control over it. This monarch is going to continue for probably forever. I would like to see Queen Elizabeth be the last. After that, it's like we're done with this. We're not done.
No, we're not done with it. I want to see them do good. They never what the fuck have they done in the last 40 years of our lives? That was good.
I'm not aware of them doing anything in our life.
That's what I mean. Like, Princess Diana was getting out there, was helping kids, was trying to make a better thing for it, but not now.
Get Off My Lawn Films says, keep it. Let's cancel the cancelers. Get Off My Lawn Films. I have not checked out your YouTube channel. I will check you out. I have a feeling I might know who you are, but I'm not sure.
Awesome. Cancel the cancelers. Yes, and I believe it was one of the New York magazines, New York Post, New York Times, that did all the canceling, has been doing the cancel culture. So
I don't know about. I don't think it's one person that's doing it. I think a lot of it is a groundswell from the audience. It gets on Twitter, and then people start reporting that.
No, the Pepe Le Pew one was from the New York Post.
Mel Blanc is how it's pronounced, is what he's saying. This person's obviously watching a little bit. They're watching from the beginning, I think, but they're commenting now. They've.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, man, we're here for you. You know what? It's not too bad. Adam, let's talk about the Dr. Seuss from last week. I've been seeing these on the buy and sells. Do you look at the buy and sells on Facebook at all?
I do. I'm always looking for like a new barbell or weightlift equipment or whatever.
Have you seen the price of those books?
I have seen that they're like $500 for these books.
$500 for a book?
Yeah.
Like, where does it like? Oh my God!
For a Dr. Seuss book, and I'll tell you this: I'm pretty sure my parents have got all of them up at their place.
Yeah, I think I got a few too for the kid. Like you got a bunch going around. Yeah, man. You imagine that? then that'd be worth the cancel culture in itself. Just find something that's real stupid racist that's the original, and then TikTok, get it filled out, get people behind it, cancel it all. And you're fantastic.
It is an interesting thing because the books are still going to exist, and if you keep them in good condition, they're going to only go up in value, but they'll never be printed again. So if you've got them,
keep them.
Got them, you know.
I pray your kid didn't draw little mustaches on whatever the racist things are. But like, I don't know. I read it and like, when they put that on like a buy and sell group, and you see like the laughing faces and 30 comments, get some popcorn and just go in there and start liking, because you know they're about to rip somebody apart.
Well, and that's the thing is you can ask for any price you want. What dictates the value of something is what people are actually willing to pay. Now, are people willing to pay that much, or are people going, "Oh, this is going to be valuable. I'm going to put it up there for $500, $400, and they don't ever get a sucker for it."
Never. But you know what though? It only takes one person to buy it to really fuck with it.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: do you think that there will be a sweet spot where our generation will look at those books fondly, so they'll be willing to pay more to get their hands on that book to give to the previous generation? Like someone like, let's say I had a kid and I didn't really, let's say I wanted these books to read to my kids. I didn't have them. I'm going, okay, I really want to get these books. I'll pay whatever, give it to my kid. But then the next generation, those books drop in value because they don't give a fuck. They didn't read them to their kids. And
it's hard. Yeah, I don't know, man. Do you have a book you remember from a kid that you loved?
Do I have a book as a kid that I loved? I have a few that I liked. I remember.
Like maybe like Green Eggs and Ham. Or, you know, like some Robert Munch books. I can remember Robert Munch. But like, I don't have a love for him. Like, you know what? I'm okay.
I remember my brother and I used to beatbox and read Dr. Seuss when we would babysit for kids.
That's a good idea. They let you babysit, you and Trev?
Yeah.
How desperate was family then?
When we were like just right around the time before I started hanging out with you, when I was like 12 or whatever, 11, 12, that was how we would. And
then once we met, the whole fucking world went to hell.
Then they were like, "Oh, don't let that kid near your
Don't let that kid
know. That's a bad guy."
I'm the bad guy. I just took the fucking rap all the time. It was you. You're the bad guy.
I wasn't a bad guy. Listen, let's be honest. I was always like, Jean-Marc, let's not do this. Come on.
You know what, Adam? I'm going to say this. Yes, I'm going to say it. Just so people understand, Adam was my voice of reason for many years in high school. He let me do it. The minute something I did was wrong, he'd be like, I wouldn't have done that. I don't think. Like, so like, he either told me not a good idea, or right after the fact, after he turned his back for 3 seconds because I was a child, and then did something like, I wouldn't have done that.
The times that I'd say I wouldn't have done it, it's trying to help you to see for next time, like, don't do that, man. You can't punch your teacher, or you can't, you can't.
That was once.
All I'm saying is
my fault.
Okay. All I'm saying is when you do these things, I pull you aside and I say, I'm not doing it to make you feel bad. I'm not doing it to hold it over your head. I'm doing it so that you realize next time around, oh yeah, that wasn't a good idea. If I'm ever in this situation again,
what would Adam do?
Yeah.
Like I didn't have Jesus back then. I had Adam. What would Adam do?
WWAD. What would Adam do?
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Like, it's true. What would Adam do? Adam would say, don't do it after the fact, JM. All right. Hell, Adam, you said not to do it after the fact. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, we got through it all. We're doing okay. You were my savior for most of high school.
I remember one time at the bar, though, that there was a guy, it was like his first night at the bar, and he just kept picking a fight with you, and everybody knew that Jean-Marc could beat this guy up, and I'd hold you back, and then the bouncers would all hold you back, and we'd spend all night, and everybody's night was getting ruined, and this guy kept coming at you. He's like, I'll kill this guy, I'll tear this guy apart. And finally I just turned to Steve-O, our buddy who was the bouncer. I go, all right, man, can we just turn around and let Jean-Marc knock this guy out? And then it's done, and nobody's got a bad night, and that guy got exactly what he's been asking for, and everybody's happy.
What happened, Adam?
We had to keep breaking it up. That's what I remember, is we broke it up over and over and over again.
The great things. the great things we do, right? I mean, you know what? It's all good fun. Nobody died. I don't remember anybody died. Came close a few times, I think, but
came close a few times, yeah.
But I do definitely miss certain things, like, and that's something I honestly, with COVID, I went on Friday to BP.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, why?
Because I went out with a couple of staff guys, so we went out for an app and a beer, and I was like, "Take your mask off." I'm like, looking at everybody, like, "Oh man, this is fucked." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, literally, we're sitting down in a restaurant. Like, and I'm not one to go out a lot. Like, not anymore, anyways. But like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
You got like a server walk up with like a windshield and a mask and goggles. What can I get for you? I'm like, okay, here's what I want: some nachos and a beer.
It's a weird situation because once you're seated and they've taken your order, you're allowed to take off your mask. But then they come back every 5 minutes, like, "Can I get you anything?" And it's like, "Oh, let me get my mask." And yeah, you can. You know what I mean? Like
you're looking, you're like, "Oh,
yeah, sorry. Oh, I didn't know you were gonna come and talk to me. I don't want to disrespect you by not wearing my mask, but like I didn't know. You know."
That's it, right? So you kind of feel bad, and then it's like, then you're tipping. You're like, "Oh shit, what do I tip?"
Yeah.
Because at one point I'm like, we have 9 active cases. So the chances of you actually getting COVID are pretty small.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you're kind of in a pandemic and you kind of went hard. So you're like, all right, you tip. And then the girl looks at you and goes, "Oh, you should have tipped that high." I'm like, oh.
Why? Why would
because she was just shocked because like I really didn't do anything.
Wow.
I was like, you know what, dude? Like, I only come out once in a while. So like, I'm like, yeah, here you go.
I have survived off of tips before. And I think that anyone that's been in that situation, I know you have too, and anyone that's been in that situation appreciates a good tip, I think. So
yeah, no, that's it, right? And that's what I told the girls. And then like I tipped, I think the one beside me tipped, one of my kids tipped and was like, I was like, that's it. I called her out. I looked up like,
as you should, you know, you got to call out the bad tippers in this world.
Well, then she's like, "What did you tip?" And I said my tip. She's like, "Wow!" And then my other coworker tipped even more than I did, and that was a double wow. And I was like, "Motherfucker!"
So what are we talking? What percent do you usually tip? Are you willing to say this, or do you give a standard amount? Or
no, I don't give a standard amount. I usually so like, okay, what was my wife fucking hears this? She's probably gonna come down here and stab me in the throat. My bill was 70. I tipped 22.
Okay. So do you tip by percent or do you tip by?
I kind of just go by everything. Sometimes, if my wife's been with me, I tip 50%.
Oh wow, 50? 50?
50%, 50.
Wow, that's a huge tip.
I tip 50%. I've done it twice in my life. One time was with my wife was at Arugula, and I ended up tipping. I tipped 50% on that one.
That's pretty nice. Wow. Did you get like fantastic service?
Best service I've ever. I'll never ever get that service again, ever.
How like what'd they do? They fucking take you in the bathroom and give you a blowjob when your wife wasn't looking, or what?
Listen, I've had that kind of service before, and it wasn't that good.
What?
I'm just kidding. No, no, literally, like the guy was amazing. He just like took our order, asked us for our drinks. What do we want to drink? So we got a drink, right? Yeah. Literally, like he gave me like a Jones Cola, I think it was, in a bottle, and I literally had like. I could fill the glass up again, but I was talking to the wife. He literally was at another table, seeing that my glass was getting empty. Wow. He took the bottle, poured it into my drink.
Wow.
And I get you another one. I said, "No, thank you." Comes back around, and I think so. Then he like takes it, then stops at another table, takes their order, walks up, puts it behind, gets the pizza. The guy goes like. Let it sit 1 minute. Just, all right. He's like, "I'll tell you when to eat it." It was really hot. He's like, "I don't know why they just gave it to me this hot, but give it a minute." Walks up, "Enjoy your pizza. Anything else I can get you." Comes back. I just kind of looked at him and was like, give him like a head nod. He goes, "No problem." Comes back, 2 more bottles of pop.
Wow.
Opens it, pours it in. I'm like, you didn't have to do anything.
This guy was in
the service of a lifetime I've ever had.
This guy was in the fucking zone, eh? Yeah,
I seen this
50%.
guy. I seen this guy. We were on a bar stool at the station one night, and he just got done. He comes in, and I'm like, best fucking server I've ever had in my life, right there. Mm-hmm. I picked up a beer for him. I said, "This the first beer's on me."
That's awesome,
dude. He looks at me, he goes, "You tipped me large like 3 months ago. I'll never forget it. But like, you bought me a beer." I'm like, "Dude, I can't get that service anywhere." You can't get that service.
There you go.
Like, you know what? Like, I've got like some of my really good buddies, like, have been like on me, giving me good service, like great service. But that's because I'm a friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't expect good service from my friends. In fact, I expect shitty service because they've got to like. I'm just here. Hey, give me a beer when you get one, or a whiskey, or whatever. I'm good. Do whatever the fuck. Make everybody else happy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spend money. I'm gonna tip you. Just do your thing. You
know
what I mean?
I get where you're going.
I expect bad. Dude, I've never think this guy just gave me amazing service.
So
and this woman.
This guy wasn't your friend though? It was just some random?
No, some random guy. Just took care of the wife and I had arugula one day. And I was like,
nice.
And when the service is good, the food is, it's not much better.
Yeah.
Good service, you get great food, I find. But you're like, all right, yeah. Because you're never like, service was okay. Food was really good. Like that happens once in a while. But you're like, you got them both. You're like, oh my God. It's amazing. And the server at BP was absolutely on her game. It was great to see like one of my coworkers enjoys drinking them fish bowls or whatever, fish bowl Friday. I watched them smash a few of those. I had to drive and be responsible. It was a good time, but the service was good. Give me good service, I'll go back.
Awesome, man. There we go. Good service. So that's a good idea. I've never really even thought of that. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity. Is if you get good service, buy the guy a beer next time you see him around town.
Because you're gonna remember. That's the great thing, is you remember great service. You remember great service and you remember shitty service. You know, like if you're just average part of the road, you're probably like, I served you a bunch of times. I'm like, cool. But you remember good service and you remember shitty service. Yeah.
I've had some shitty service too.
Oh, dude, shitty service after shitty service after shitty service. And you're like, come on.
Do you want to know where the worst service I've ever had in town was?
Where?
Wacky Wings.
I fucking do. Don't even start with me and that fucking place. I've never had good service there.
I don't know how. I had good service once. One time, I don't know how. I think it was someone I was dating, was friends with somebody.
So you knew somebody on the inside?
Well, no, but they had their launch. They wanted to do like a beta test launch where I think it was like the food was free, but you had to pay for the drinks was what it was. And so we came in and I think they wanted to get a buzz going. They invited a certain amount of people to come in and give it a trial run. You could order one thing and then whatever you ordered for drinks you had to pay for. And then of course you tip big and whatever. And it was the fucking most incredible service I've ever had. Everything was there early. They were overstaffed, yada. And I go, I can't wait to go back. It's going to be awesome. And I come back and I order like French fries and it's like 45 minutes before it's there. And it's like, what?
And the fucking fries are frozen.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Like, I went there with a group of people and I would never do this, but somebody's like, well, maybe since our food was late, maybe we should get like that. The apps are free or something like that. And they're like, no, nice try. That's not going to happen. It's like, wow. Attitude on top of it.
We went, so like we usually stay up in that area for when I have a hockey tournament up there or whatever. We went there. We were the only fucking table. It was like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
There was 3 staff members. We showed up late. I just wanted to go for a beer. The guys were eating. They wanted to eat. Dude, you think we could get fucking beers?
Yeah.
Beers. Literal bottles of beer. All you gotta do is this. Give me the fucking bottles, I'll open them. I don't give a fuck. Like, give me... Oh, man, put the beer in, walk up, type it in, da-da-da-da-da-da. You're like, okay. Then you think, like, there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
I'll finish your conversation. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, probably something really important. We can't hear you. I don't give a fuck. Wait. Well, then by the time they come back, they go, well, get me another beer. And they go, you just got this one. I said, but if it takes you as long, it takes 25 minutes for me to get a fucking pint, that means I can drink this in 25 minutes. Yeah, bring me 2. Oh, we don't do that. Your service sucks.
Yeah.
And then like everybody's bitching like, fucking ribs are brutal. Their fucking fries are burnt. I'm like, how is this possible?
Well, the thing about Wacky Wings when I first went there is they said, I don't know if it was people that work there or someone, but I had heard through the grapevine, the problem with the service is that they don't have a big enough kitchen in the building that they happen to be in, which sucks. They've since modified the menu to be like not include things that take a long time, but you're talking about fucking beer. They don't have to cook the fucking beer. They're just not fucking getting it.
But dude, Adam, literally, if I was your server and you called me and you were like, I want to go with this, and I look at the kitchen and it's a little kitchen, I'm a server and I go, listen, man, like it's probably like 30 minutes for ribs.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. You know what's going to be real quick today? The special today is going to be fucking quick and easy, and let's go this way. And at that time, literally, if I've got to wait and you're understanding you got to wait for food, my fucking cooks better be on the fucking A game. Mm-hmm. You take extra time, I want that food perfect.
Yeah.
As well, that gives me extra time to smooch you up for fucking playing the little video games or having a couple extra pints or a pop I can upsell you. Hey, talk to you about, hey, food should be here anytime. Think about dessert. Put that dessert in your head. Okay, you know what? Yeah, here's the dessert menu. Have a peek. We're running a bit behind. Quick PR. Everything's good. And you go, then you realize you walk out, you're like, holy fuck, I've been there an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got me for 2 extra beers, a fucking dessert. And the service was slow. Like, the food was slow, but the service was great. I'll go back there.
I've gone there once for an hour and a half and still didn't get food.
Yeah, I only had 1 beer. Yeah, no, it happens. To me, shitty service. And I love paying for service.
But, like, it's one thing if it's shitty service once in a while. If it's like, oh, they were understaffed or I got the wrong thing on the menu or whatever.
But you can see.
One time you can forgive it. But I've been there a dozen times, and every time it's like an hour and a half for food. Every time I get I get French fries. I get fucking easy shit. I got a salad, and it's still an hour and a half for food. Like,
listen, next time you want really good service and you go there, do me a favor.
Sure.
Go out the front door, walk around, go down to the basement. They have the best service in town.
Yeah, I guess so.
My friends, Fanny's is back.
Fanny's
open.
Is back.
I applaud Fanny's because I feel bad for them. They talk about a shitty time to have COVID. COVID, what do? Okay, you can't go within 6 feet of each other. Well, what kind of dance am I going to get now? You ain't going to get a dance putt. You're just going to go and drink pints at Fanny's.
Yeah.
Great staff, great management. They've been around for a long time. I mean, so if you get shitty service upstairs, go downstairs and see my friends. You get good service.
You would say Fanny's is the best service in town?
I haven't been in a year. I got to think of where I've had the best service in town all around. Maybe the station.
Station's good. Yeah, I agree.
You know what? Pretty good. The station. Burger World. I get a Burger World.
Yeah, I like Sills. Sills is
you like the brother, do you?
Yeah.
Sills is good.
Well, Burger World, one is owned by one and the other is owned by the other brother, right? And Sills is one of the. I like Sills. I think they're really good.
That's how I think. If you're ever going to hire somebody, if they worked at Burger World, this is a North Bay thing. The amount of those women and men run their asses off. How to see that open and that little kitchen pull and all that shit? That's amazing service.
I got to give a shout out to Tractorhead. Tractorhead, I hate to say that you showed up at the wrong time because we're getting into some local stuff, like local restaurants. I don't know if this is quite. I don't know if you're quite demographic for it because you don't live in even the same country, but we love having you on the show or having you check us out.
Yeah, Tractorhead. I love Tractorhead.
I think we're kind of all out of stuff to talk about anyway, though.
We absolutely are, but you know what? It was a good time talking about service. We got to talk about Fanny's.
Yeah.
And maybe strip clubs will be part of cancel culture. I don't know.
I don't think they'll ever cancel strip clubs. Did you know that sex work is the oldest work in the world?
It is, yes, sir. That's how desperate men are.
There were some monkeys that they trained, monkeys or chimpanzees, I don't know. They trained them, they taught them that they give them coins every day, and if they brought the coins to a certain spot, they would give them food. If they brought the coins, they would give them food. Once they established this, immediately, as soon as this was established and they learned it, the male monkeys gave their coins to the women monkeys for fucking sex. As soon as they established a currency among monkeys, they traded it for sex.
There you have it. You know what? Maybe we should leave it on that.
All right, guys. I guess we're going to cancel this show, or we're not going to cancel the show. We're going to stop the show.
Well, we'll cancel it. Why not?
Yeah, we are going to be canceled at some point.
Guaranteed it's coming. It's on its way. We know this.
How are they going to cancel us? We're going to do this show one way or the other. Whether we get ads or not, we don't have ads on YouTube. But
no, you know what? It's okay. We'll figure something out.
They can't cancel us. We're going to do the show, whether we do it with ads or without, because it's all they can really do is.
Or we'll make it over the radio or Spotify. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure